Hey guys, this is going to be my third video. The second video, I apologize, had no audio, and I'm kind of new to this, and my webcam was not very good, or maybe it's fine and it just doesn't have a mic. I'm not sure, but I'm going to use my phone now, and these are some of the things I got. I'm going to show a couple of things that I showed in that video, but since you couldn't hear them, uh, I don't know. You might find them interesting. I don't know. But the first thing I want to talk about is I went to a church sale that ended up, it was enormous and it was in a small town near where I live. But there was a downpour that day, and everything that was outside was essentially destroyed. They put a tarp over it, but there's holes in tarps, and they had a lot of plush, and the plush got destroyed, and it was kind of sad because there was a couple of decent ones in there. I saw a Burberry bear. It was pretty sad. But we went inside, and one of the places was just clothing, and I have something I'll show that I got in there. Um, but in another building, they had a bunch of electronics. They had a lot of glassware. They had a lot of stuff like that. And I ended up finding a couple of cool things. I found a lot of these phones, just landline phones, which do really well for me. They have to have the receiver. Well, even if they don't have the receivers, they're fine. They end up selling. I don't know if office buildings use them or what, but I ended up with probably 15 of those different ones, and I think I'm going to be able to sell them for about 25 a piece. So that's a good thing. Got a Oh, this is the first one of these I've gotten. Didn't know anything about him until I heard a couple of YouTubers talk about him. But the big hug mug, it's always great. That's some money right there. I have it on Etsy right now. I ended up with this, which is pretty cool. A Harley Davidson. I don't know if you can see that here. Whoop, there we go. Harley Davidson sport model. Pretty cool. Um, Pretty clean. No stains. Nothing. I ended up finding this vintage sound design 335 stereophonic headphones. The unfortunate thing is, I mean, they're in great shape, except for one minor detail, which is, well, I can get them out here. They actually have a crack in them. They actually have a break right there. But it's unfortunate because they're very clean. I mean, they're in great shape, minus the break. But they come in the box and everything. And I got those on eBay right now. Not gonna be able to get top dollar since they're broken. Um, I got these walkie-talkies here. They're Motorola walkie-talkies. Got these at that same garage sale, church sale, and they turned out to be pretty expensive. I've seen one sold for like $85, something like that. So I have these on for 90 with the best offer because I put best offers on all my stuff on eBay just to kind of keep things rolling a little bit. I found at that same church sale this Braun travel alarm clock, and these tend to actually be a little pricey as well. I think I've seen them for $40 or $50 on eBay, and this one's in great shape. It still has the back part of the box and the instructions, so I've got that on there for, I think I put it on for 40 or so. Uh, Hopefully that will sell. And the last thing I'm going to show from that sale is these two Lum and Abner six cassette sets. There was actually three, and two of them were brand new. They were shrink wrapped. All the cassettes inside are individually wrapped. But I've already sold one of them, so that was pretty sweet. I put it on for $20. But buy it now, best offer, and somebody just bought it now. They didn't even send me a best offer, so I guess they wanted it. The item I'm going to show you from the last video is, I just find this guy cool, but it's a Tails from, I think it's Sonic 2. The plush is from Sonic 2. And he's in very good shape. I got him at a garage sale a couple weeks ago for $4. And I mean, they didn't really know what he was, but I did, so good for me. Um, The other thing I want to show you is it's something I got there's a store here in town where I live, um, and she's open just weird hours and she's open sporadically, but she has a ton of vintage toys like stuff from my wheelhouse when I was younger. I'm 34, so anything from the 80s and the early 90s is in my wheelhouse. And I flipped because I wanted some Masters of the Universe stuff for myself because I'm a giant nerd. And she told me that she had just gotten some, but she has no room in the place to put them out. So she told me that they were castles, so I figured it was Castle Grayskull. And she was like, if you can get up to this top part and bring them down, you're more than welcome to buy them. So I get it down right then, and it turns out to be Castle Grayskull, which is about 95% there. I'd open it up, but it'd be a giant mess. But he's pretty cool. But not only was it Castle Grayskull, it was also, we got Snake Mountain, and it's about 95% complete. Pretty awesome. It was the Hordak Fright Zone, which is missing almost everything, but still very cool. And it was the ooze spewing deal. I can't remember its name. But, and as you can see, it's missing most of its parts. But I just love these things. I have them displayed in my room. And I actually sniped this earlier on eBay. So, it's been opened. I mean, it's opened. There's the battery compartment has a little bit of corrosion, but I think I paid $8 for it. So, and then plus shipping. But I mean, I just love this stuff, and it doesn't really lose value. But I think that's pretty much all I want to show. I did want to show the one item. I'll be right back. But I ended up getting this Patagonia vintage fleece, and I knew nothing about these, and I believe it was either Andrew of Picking Profits or Mike Global Voodoo. Somebody said something in one of their videos about Patagonia. It stuck in my brain, and when I saw that this sitting there, I just had to get it. So I went ahead and got it, and I was right. It was the right deal. I ended up at that church sale. I went back a second day and I cleared out even more stuff. And I ended up averaging about 12 cents an item that I bought. So I pretty much killed it there. And I'll be selling that stuff probably for the next year. I bought a bunch of mugs. I bought a bunch of clothing. I bought a bunch of suit jackets. There were a bunch of Joseph A. Bank ones. But, when they're 10 cents or so, you can't really beat that. But I think that's probably it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I guess I'll make another video then. Hopefully you guys like this, and just let me know. I apologize for my stuttering. I apologize for my ums. I'm kind of new to this, so be gentle. But just let me know if you like it, and talk to you later. I did want to say something that I said at the end of the second video, and again, it's hard to hear what I'm saying when there's no audio. But I want to thank Mike Franco at Global Voodoo. I want to thank Andrew at Picking Profits. I want to thank Pete at Craigslist Hunter. I love watching your guys' videos. I'm part of the Resellers Roundtable Facebook group. I've been watching Mike's videos probably for the last 3 or 4 years, and I've learned so much. I actually got into FBA because of Mike. And I've been using FBA since January of last year. And I've done so well where I don't have to work as much anymore. I work maybe 1 day a week at Polo Ralph Lauren here in town. And it's awesome. I just bought a new car. Amazon gets me enough where I can have this apartment. I can get my car. I could pay my bills and I could live my life and I could do what I want to do. And that's buying stupid stuff for myself. It's making videos, I guess. It's, it's just awesome. And I adore reselling. I've been an entrepreneur pretty much my whole life. I love pop culture stuff. I grew up with my father is a Trekkie, and he would take my brother and I to Star Trek conventions. We were around pop culture at all times, and it's awesome. I mean, I did well in school, but I never really liked college. Because nothing ever really stuck with me. Nothing interested me as much as pop culture items. And when people would say that, my knowledge is kind of stupid, it's unnecessary. Well, it turns out that knowledge actually can be converted into money. And I actually thought in colleges they should also have majors on like or have classes of like He-Man 101 and stuff like that, GI Joe 101, because that stuff is it's stupid, but it's important to people, and I believe resellers are doing a favor to the community by they take this stuff that is just sitting in antique malls or flea markets or about to get thrown out at a garage sale, and they repurpose it by cleaning it up, taking nice pictures, and getting it to somebody who actually wants it and can display it, and it saves it from going into a landfill, and that makes me happy actually. It makes me happy to have the money, but it also makes me happy that item got sent to somebody who's actually going to care about it. Like these were just sitting in a tub above this lady's bathroom, and they were going to sit up there forever. She was going to just leave them up there if I didn't come in. So I just think that's awesome. So, but again, I'm going to stop rambling, and thanks again, and I'll talk to you soon.